The reflection will shine outwards from within you to such a way that the reflection shines in such a way that that connection is within you. When you identify with yourself in that way, when that reflection shines from within who you are, when you get to that place, when you get to that level of reflection, then this universe will give you the ability to be utilized as a tool. When you connect with this universal energy in such a way that that absorption becomes a reflection, then we got it forward. We got in a place where that reflection shines outwards from within yourself. You breathe in a breath and you breathe out a breath. Newton's first law, Newton's third law of Newton's third law is for each action there's equal and opposite reaction. When we utilize that, we get to that place where we identify with the internal and the external breath, the absorption and the reflection. We get to that level of science, where we get to that place. We get to that place inside of ourselves where it shines outwards from within who we are. We recognize that we were created by the Most High as a reflection of the knowledge within. That we have that within ourselves to reflect outwards with that knowledge. This universe was created by one, created in such a way that you and I can utilize it. When we utilize this universe properly, when we put ourselves in that place of connection where our knowledge and our focus is a part of one, when we put ourselves in that way, we put ourselves in that place, when we put ourselves to that set of challenges, we get to that place. I'm talking about a reflection. And when you get to the place where knowledge and focus sit inside of you and your absorption, and that creates a discipline. When you get to that place of discipline, what happens is that reflection shines outwards, and that reflection is the intersection between knowledge and focus. And I got it. That discipline, that thing right there, that thing is called inspiration. And this universe utilizes that tool in such a way that it will utilize you. And when you become an inspiration, that is when you create the ripples within the universe, from your connection, from your focus and your knowledge, to the point where you actually achieve. When you put yourself in a way that you utilize your focus and your knowledge in such a way that the reflection shines outwards from within you, who you are, then what you ultimately do is you become a reflection. And that is when this universe starts to utilize you, and you start to create a magnitude of ripples within this universe. And this universe utilizes those ripples within yourself, and those universal ripples create ripples. And when you create other ripples, and you create other ripples from your level of knowledge and focus or reflection outwards, but you hit that intersection, and you actually take that green light and you go up that place inside of yourself called inspiration. When you get to that place and you utilize the tools within yourself to create and cradle yourself in such a way that you are a absorption, that the reflection shines outwards from within yourself, you untwist this universe in such a way that the reflection shines. When you shine to that level of connection, and you marry your internal and your external breath to the point where you utilize this discipline in such a way that it becomes a inspiration. Get to that level of connection. Get to that place inside of yourself where it reflects outwards from within who you are. When you start to get to that place inside of yourself, you get past the point of stopping that intersection. When you get to that place where that turns into a green light in this universe, it will utilize the tool of body and motion, stays in motion. I got it. The inspiration in this universe. Stay in motion with it. Stay into the place where the connection between your knowledge, your focus, puts your whole entire being in such a way that you are so disciplined that you hit that green light and you go straight through it. And so that you continue on your journey, that your path and your place and your reflection outward shines. Let yourself shine so that brightly that the light within yourself creates other lights. Let that light inside of yourself hit that place where those lights inside of themselves create their own form of ripple just from you being on the face of this planet. Hit that intersection so hard that that place inside of yourself says it's a green light and I am going through. This universe moves out of your way, where this universe utilizes you as a tool just from the force in which you are creating in this universe. Recognize that that level of light, that level of place, that level of reflection is within you all, that you have that ability, that you can become that level of reflection, that you can utilize this universe in such a way this universe will utilize you as a grind. When you get to that place inside of yourself, when you get to that level of reflection, when you get to that place where this universe gives you the ability to get to that intersection, it comes from your level of focus, your level of knowledge, your absorption, and your connection. When you give yourself the ability to have the whole entire self in such a way that that reflection shines outwards from within who you are, when you get to that place where that reflection shines outwards from within who you are, this universe will identify with you as a tool. That's when others will start to seek you out so that they can create their own ripples, so they can create their own universe. They can actually utilize that and see the strength, and they will feel that just being around them. When you elevate others and you actually bring up others and you put yourself in a way that you become an inspiration, when you hit that intersection, you utilize that, you got it. You got that path, you got that journey, you got that place. When you put yourself into that type of reflection, when you put yourself into this universe in such a way that the Most High Creator of this universe utilizes you, that is a reflection. So when you utilize this universe on that intersection, when you hit that intersection at such a fast rate that your speed and your knowledge inside of yourself hits with a discipline to get to that place, aside, that's what I look to be, is a inspiration in this universe. If there's anything I want to be known for, is I want to create ripples within you. I want you to see those ripples within yourselves. I want you to untwist your universe, put yourself in such a way that you can create ripples within this universe, that we all can go past these things, that we can all overcome these challenges, that we can have that place within ourselves to create that level of reflection, that we can gain that level of strength from our level of focus, that we can connect them such a way this universe utilizes you to be the best artists, the best painters, the best singers, the best reflection of yourself. From that knowledge and that focus inside of yourself, it's such a gold. It's such a collection of absorption available to you if you're willing to go to that point. And I want to inspire you all. I want to hit that intersection in such a way that I can create those ripples within yourself to see that you got it. You got it. You got this. You can do this. You can get yourself into that place. You can get yourself into that challenge. You can get overcome those challenges if you will yet, but put yourself in a place of knowledge and focus and get to that level of discipline. If you can get to that place where that reflection shines outwards from within yourself, then that will reflect outwards as an inspiration. And this universe will utilize that tool of that reflection in such a way that it will help others to create their own ripples. And with enough ripples, this universe will utilize you as a tool. It will bring the tools to you for this universe to be able to be utilized as a tool. And this universe is such a place. This place is a place of inspiration. It's a place of that intersection where that discipline creates that inspiration. When you get to that place where no matter the challenge you face off against, you get to a place of focus and knowledge where that extraction hits that place of discipline, where you get to that green light of inspiration. Recognize that that is a green light. That is the ability for you to move forward. That is the ability for this universe to utilize you in such a way that people will step back as spectators and understand that you create ripples in this universe. And it'll start to create ripples in them. It will give them the ability to have that place inside of themselves to get to that green light, to get to that go, to get to that place, to take it hard, to punch down on that pedal, to put themselves through to the point where they can get that victory in themselves. They can get that victory inside themselves to identify with that reflection. They can get to that victory within themselves to get to that place. They can get to that victory within themselves to become that reflection. When you get to that place, when you get to that level of reflection outwards, when you identify with yourself and you get to that level of grind, when you get to that place inside of yourself where you hit that intersection with such speed that this universe utilizes you as a force, and it uses that force within this universe, and others feel that wind drag from your speed of hitting that green light, that they actually start to get pulled forward by you. When this universe utilizes you as that form of tool, that you pull other people forward just from you being able to be on your grind with your connection with yourself. When you get to that place where that connection within yourself hits that place of absorption, where that reflection shines outwards, and you get to that intersection, you better go. You better go with it. You better run with it. You better put yourself in such a way that you run with it. That there's nothing else but hard. It's not about being easy. It's not about being simple. It's about putting yourself in that intersection and going. And those forces they will take, and those forces, those wind drags that will come against you, will drive straight through them. You'll put yourself in such a way that you will actually literally become a reflection. And this universe will utilize you from your level of connection with your knowledge and your focus. And when you put yourself in that place and you utilize that energy in such a way that that reflection shines outward, you better go with it. You better take it that way, in that direction. You better understand that that direction is there for you to go 150, 300, 1,000 miles an hour. When you put yourself in that way and give yourself that ability, that's when this universe will utilize you. And this universe has utilized multiple people in this universe when they realized this and they went for it. When you put yourself in a place where you go for it all the way. Put yourself all the way in. Put yourself into it. Put yourself into that punch, like Bruce Lee said. Knowledge and focus, the extraction to the place of discipline to gain that level of inspiration. Get it? Get into that green light. Get to that green light. Get to that green light. You can do it. You can get to that green light of inspiration. You can become an inspiration. You can put yourself in a way to be an inspiration. You can put yourself in a way to study inspiration. You can put yourself in a way to utilize it. But until you utilize that tool within yourself, there is nothing that anybody can do. So start to create that kind of light. Get yourself to that level of focus. Get yourself to that place where you put that universe in such a way that it utilizes you as your level of absorption and that level of reflection. And so that we can all benefit from you, that you can create those lights within this universe. You have that inside of yourselves. You have that place inside of you. You have that ability. You have that reflection. You have that level of inspiration. I want to inspire you. I want to bring you forward. I want you to feel the wind drag. I want to pull you in such a way that you put yourself and your wheels are rolling, where the real wheels inside of yourself roll and you start to increase in speed just by seeing this speed racer moving along on his journey. When you see this speed racer moving along on his journey and it pulls you in such a way that the wind will pull you forward and it will fight the universal drag. When it fights this universal drag and you utilize the tools inside of yourself, the universe will turn around and start heading down that hill with you. That wind will start to head behind you and start to head you. Instead of fighting you, it will actually work for you. When this universe starts to work for you, it will start putting you in such a way that you will start pulling other people. You will start creating that kind of wind that others will be pulled with you, and they will create their own ripples through utilization of that connection. That you got to understand that your inspiration is a place to be. Your inspiration is a place to reflect outwards. When you are helping other people, what you're doing is you're bringing that drag. You're bringing that away from them. You're easing their ability. They're starting to create their own ripples. They're putting themselves in that place. When you give yourself the ability to put yourself in such a way that that reflection shines outwards, when you put yourself in a way that that reflection shines outwards from within yourself, when you create that connection with your knowledge, your focus, and you get to that level of discipline where you can take that green light, you better take that green light with everything you got. You better take that green light with everything you got. And you better go so fast that you have no idea what's coming from behind you, because that thing that's coming from behind you ain't gonna catch you, because that is within yourself. That is within you to become so fast that you actually have that, where you can hunt, where you can actually be a hunter instead of prey in this universe, where you actually turn this universe into a way that the reflection shines. Recognize you all got that within yourself. You all have that ability. That's within all of you. That place inside of all of you is there. That place inside of all of you is a reflection of your knowledge, your focus, and your discipline, to the point where you hit that intersection. Where you hit that intersection in this universe, you better take that with everything you got. You put that pedal down. You better push as fast as you can. You better put yourself in that place where it's you versus you. Where this universe utilizes you as a tool, or recognizes you as the best in this universe. Recognize that you have that place within all of you to hit that place inside of yourselves. Recognize that that place inside of yourselves is a reflection of your knowledge and focus and your discipline. Discipline to that point where that reflection shines outwards. Discipline to that point where that reflection shines outwards. Hear what I'm saying? You have that ability to become an inspiration. You have that ability to create that kind of wind that you will fight that resistance within this universe if you put yourself in that place. If you put yourself in that place where that reflection shines outwards, then you have the ability to overcome the challenges that you face off against, and those challenges that you face off against will move out of your way when you put your whole entire being into it. When the whole being is a part of it, when the whole being is a level of connection, when the whole being is a place from within you and that reflection shines outwards, recognize that you have that center. That intersection is yours. You got this. You got this. That intersection, you got it. You can do this. You can do this. You got this. You can become connected to that point. You can get to that place. You can get to that connection. You can get in this universe in such a way that it utilizes you, that if we took a rock and we threw it in a pond, that rock might sink, but it's still going to create the reflection. And that reflection is ripples. And the ripples within this universe are yours. You all have that ability within yourself. If you can get to that connection, to get to that level of absorption, that reflection shines outwards from within yourself. When you take these tasks and you do them to that place, and you get to that place inside of yourself where you become the painter, the paint, the artist, and the whole entire connection within you is there. You give yourself that ability. You give yourself that ability to be focused. You give yourself that ability to gain the knowledge inside of yourself. When you connect that to that level of discipline, that you hit that intersection between knowledge and focus, you better hit that hard. You better hit that so hard this universe utilizes you where the wind is turned in your direction. You see, you can turn the wind in your direction when you put yourself in that way and you allow that absorption to become that place. When you put yourself as that fuel in that fire and you're pumping this engine, I burn. Fuel is pumping fire. Remember? Reflection. See? Reflect outwards with that level where that place becomes that ripples where we all benefit from you, where we all benefit from your ability to create that kind of fire within yourselves. You all have that. You all have that ability. It is within you. It is within you to hear this, to gain that place inside of yourself, to get down with you, to start to write stuff down, to get to that connection, to achieve those goals, to get to that intersection of inspiration. You all have that inside of yourself, and I want to help to uplift you so that you can feel the wind. Instead of it being a resistance, turning into a positive force, to put yourself in that place of positivity. Put yourself in that place where that positive force starts giving you the momentum. I want to share the tools that I have, to the ability to get you yourself to that place. I want to share that reflection outwards to that point, to get to that place of reflection. I want you to see that is within yourselves, where that place within yourself is a place of reflection, where you get down to that level of grind, where you get to that place inside of yourself where that reflection shines outwards from within who you are. I want to get to that place. You got this. You can do this. You can get there. You can overcome those challenges. You can get to the point where you become an absorption machine. You can turn yourself into a machine that reflects outwards with the things that you want in this universe. And you can get the things in this universe if you can get to the place of inspiration, to that intersection. If you can utilize your knowledge and your focus and your discipline to get there, that intersection is yours, and you better take it 150, 300 miles an hour. You better put that pedal down to the metal. You better put that down in such a way that that speed creates that reflection, and that absorption comes in such a way that the wind turns in your direction. Let's put this wind in this universe in this direction. Let's all together become that. Let's create these kind of ripples. Let's do it together. Connect with this network. Connect with the ability to gain that. Let's do this together. Let's become that. Let's utilize all of this. Let's become motivational reflections. Let's become meditation reflections. And let's hit that intersection where we become that inspirational reflection. So join me. Join my channel. Join my community. Motivation, meditation, inspiration.yoga. Connect with me. Get to the point. Let's get you going on that path. Let's get you in that place of inspiration. Let's get you into that place where you reflect outwards, where that reflection comes from within you outwards, where when you take on a challenge, you can overcome that challenge because you can get that connection. Recognize that these challenges that you face off against, you can overcome. Recognize that these challenges that you face off against, you can become a victor within this universe. This universe can utilize you all. This universe can utilize you all. Hearing me? This universe can utilize you all. You all have the light within you. You all have the fire within you. You all have that level of focus, that level of knowledge. This universe created by the Most High created us with that ability, created us to see that the knowledge inside of ourselves is something that we have to be honest with ourselves. We have to get into that place. We have to get into that focus. We have to get into that knowledge. We have to crack through it. We have to get to that place. And I want to inspire you all. I want to help you to create those ripples from my own ripples. I want to turn that drag so that you can hit that pedal and take that 100-mile plus, which your car can do. That place inside of yourself so that you can go hard on your life, so you can put yourself in a place where you can become a grind, where you can put yourself in a place where you can actually get that kind of fuel within yourselves, where you can get that place. And I want you to understand that you are an inspiration, that you have knowledge inside of yourself, that you can hit that intersection of inspiration if you can get to the place of discipline, if you can get to the place of knowledge and focus. When you go inside of yourself, when you connect with your internal, your external breath, and you put yourself in a way that people identify you as meditation, when they identify you as a reflection of the knowledge side of yourself, when they identify with you as a connection, when your whole entire connection within yourself is such a way in which the whole entire being is connected, and you are taking that green light and you're putting everything you got into it, and you're putting your whole entire being into it. When you create that level of reflection, when you get to that place where that reflection inside of yourself beats so hard that if it drops, so be it. Let's do this. We got this. We could do this together. We could create those ripples within ourselves and throughout others. And I just want to let you know, those are types of blessings. Those are the types of things. Putting ourselves in a way that we create that kind of thought process, that we create things from within ourselves to reflect outwards. When you utilize this universe in that way, when you utilize this universe, you are utilizing the purpose of this universe. To utilize it as a tool, to utilize all the tools within this universe, they will give you the ability to achieve your dreams. They will give you the ability to have those things within yourself. They will become a reflection from within who you are. And I just want you to know that you are all blessed. I want to bless you all, as always. Blessings, 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 and namaste.